Hi guys, Jacqueline here, and welcome back to Style to Scale. Now, when was the last time you took a true pause? And I'm not talking about a weekend away from your emails, but an actual true pause, a disconnection off the hamster wheel, a time to really just get back to yourself. I truly believe that sabbaticals are the new superpower for entrepreneurs. According to recent research, 71% of founders have reported feeling burnout. 32% feel like they've had burnout already this year. And what's even more alarming, 7% of founders experience burnout every single day. TEDx speaker, author, and professor DJ Diana started the Sabbatical project in 2019 as a way to research and study why people take sabbaticals. Now, as I started diving into his research myself, we found that 2/3 of people do not choose to take a sabbatical. They are forced to take one. According to DJ's research, sabbaticals for founders help restore your own wellness, reconnect you with your true authentic self, help you have a little bit of disconnection between who you are and what you do, that identity crisis that we all go through as founders. And lastly, they give you the space to be creative again, to really get the time to dream big. In 2022, I had a really bad burnout, mental, physical, debilitating, really, really challenging. And it was hard for me. And I was forced to take time off of work. I didn't have a choice. It was a really unplanned sabbatical, if you will. My business was going down. I had a really challenging relationship with a former co-founder. Legal things were happening, and it just took me down. It was a really, really tough moment in my life, and I haven't talked about it before, but I'm talking about it here because I really want to stress the importance of taking time for yourself as a founder. Now, fast forward this year, 2025, I have come back with my biggest and best year yet for my business and agency, Creative Duality. We have absolutely crushed it in the first half of the year. We have really great clients. I have an amazing team, and we've been doing really well financially with our projections, managing our cash flows and our budgets, and focusing on new business and biz dev. So with that, I decided it was time to take a sabbatical, to actually choose to take the time off for myself, to disconnect, to go away somewhere, to dream really big, and to just have that time to get back to my true authentic self. Not because I was forced, not because I was completely burnt out, but because I've created the space for myself to have this time to rest. And I'm really just excited to share with you what I've learned and why I think it's a superpower. So when you're getting ready to think about taking a sabbatical as a founder, first you really have to think about how long do you want to take one? What is realistic for you on how long you can actually step away? Where do you want to go for your sabbatical? And what do you really hope to get out of it? Being very intentional before you take the time off. So for me personally, I said, I want 4 to 5 weeks off. I'm going to leave the United States and completely try to disconnect for a while, and then ease my way, plugging back in slowly to get back to the grind. And lastly, being intentional that I wanted to reconnect with myself, my purpose in life, and focus on getting to be creative again. Because I found myself on the hamster wheel of just execution all the time for work. And I know you can relate. As a founder, you have so much on your plate, right? You're like, where am I going to make the time in the day to be creative and to dream big and think about what's coming next when I'm just trying to get through the day and all the tasks on my to-do list? So that was my intention. And I have a few really good pieces of advice that helped me frame how to take a sabbatical. Now, number one, thinking about your true financial resources. What makes sense for me? How much money do I need to save? How much money am I spending? I run an agency, so y'all, if we're not working, we are not making money. And I really had to think about what's the right amount of time, how much financial resources I have, and what I need to plan and account for so that I feel comfortable stepping away and taking a sabbatical. So financial, number one. Number two, thinking about your boundaries and your communication. As I was gearing up to take a sabbatical, first thing first, I talked to my team. I sat them down and I said, I'm really thinking about doing this. And they all encouraged me to do this. It was having that clear communication with my team that I was going to be supported, that they felt good about stepping in and just making sure that everything was lining up in the right way. Now, the second point of communication was to my clients. I had a very clear strategic plan about who they should contact, who's in charge while I'm away, and who are the project managers on certain productions to keep things moving forward. This type of communication is essential before you walk away to take a sabbatical. And now the other point of communication is setting your boundaries. What are you going to be available for? what is considered an emergency, and how people should reach out to you and also respect your time and energy while you're really trying to take this space for yourself, right? So in terms of communication, I set that up with my team and my boundaries. I said, every day I'm going to be available for you if you really have an important question that you can't solve by yourself. I still want you to come to me and know that you can reach out to me. I told my clients, unless it's urgent communication or anything that you need an immediate response to, please send an email and I'll check in when I can. I'll get back to you if it's really timely. For any other creative projects or ideas, I said, y'all, take me off the group text thread. Just take me off the group text. My phone is going to be kind of my sacred space right now. So I set those clear boundaries. I also let people know what they can expect from me. I'll be checking in once a week. I'll do like a quick breeze through of emails just to make sure that things are good and settled. And just having that open communication and dialogue with my teams and my clients, that was key. The third piece of this are getting your systems and operations in place for you to step away. What does that mean? Your process flows. So as I was gearing up to take my sabbatical, I realized that I really needed to bring in a project manager to keep things moving forward. I sat with this project manager, I dumped all the things that were on my plate right now, and we put them into buckets. How she can come in to help and support me with extra hours and think about the workflow so that things were getting delegated to the right teams, that our team were still showing up and they had their accountability sessions and they knew exactly what they were responsible for. And she also kind of stepped in and served as a personal assistant. She was on my emails from certain hours at the points of day when I knew I was going to be sleeping and I wasn't able to respond. And I just felt super supported. She had my back. I had that extra help. I had systems and workflows in place for my team. I implemented some new technology in order for things to flow smoothly for them. So those are my 3 key things that you should think about before actually taking your sabbatical: your finances, your communications and boundaries, and your systems and workflows. And then you are truly going to be set up for success, to take time off, to really enjoy it, and to just dream big again. What was my biggest lesson? My biggest lesson was that my team can handle so much more than I ever thought. They are incredible humans. As long as they're set up for success and they feel supported and they know exactly what to do, they've got it. They took it and run with it. It was such like a proud moment as a founder, as a CEO, as someone who dreams really big, to know that I have a dream team in place where I am able to step away and the house won't burn down. They did so well. They rocked it. The clients were happy. Everything flowed smoothly, and it allowed me to take that space that I needed. So if you are interested in taking a sabbatical, if you want to learn more, I've got great news for you. I just published an article on Forbes, and you can read about it. You can see more research on the Sabbatical project by DJ Diana, and you can learn more about my own personal experience. And I can't wait to hear what you think. See you next time. I just want to say, I give all you YouTubers so much credit because, guys, this is so much harder than it looks. And I'm new to this kind of, getting in front of a camera, talking. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. This is only my 2nd video. This is a new page, but I am committed to getting better. Like you guys saw my first video, I'm up in my game here and I want to hear from you. So comment if there's anything you want me to talk about related to business, related to scaling. I want to hear from you. Please reach out, leave a comment, engage with me however I can help support you because we are here to scale in style.